What is going on, guys? This is the first part of a series that I'm gonna start doing, which is called No Boat, No Problem. Basically showing you guys things that traditionally do require a boat to do here in Florida, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can do it without a boat. Today, we are going crabbing. Now, all that it consists of is a couple openings, two, right? 1, 2, and these escape holes. The escape holes mean that if you are catching undersized crabs, they can get out. Basically, you want to find a brackish river, a brackish body of water, a place with a little bit of flow. I like to always use some kind of a meat. I mean, you can have innards from deer or hogs or even iguanas and things like that. But then I always do a little bit of fish. Usually whole carcasses work better. I just had some old fillets. Now this water, guys, is brackish. Brackish is not freshwater or saltwater. It's kind of a combination of both. It can be sometimes a little saltier, sometimes it's a little more fresh. This is a slow moving stream. You can see just a little bit of current. You always want to have a little bit of current. You don't want to crab in a place where it's totally flat calm and the water is very stagnant. So as you can tell here, it's pretty nice and clear. You've got a little bit of moving water. This ends up going to a large bay, and then this way is eventually to the ocean. Pretty cool, guys. That is an alligator skull. Been out there for quite some time. It doesn't smell or anything, but it's pretty cool. All right, it is the next day. We're about to check the first trap. No clue if we got 1, 2, or nothing. So we're about to find out. Woo, big one.
And a catfish.
Huge channel cat and a huge blue crab. It's not bad.
He's fighting the catfish.
I know. It's not a bad one though. Nice big male. All right, trap number 2. We have just one, but one is still something. Okay guys, we got trap number 3 coming up here. It's somewhere over here. Here it is. I'm hoping we got a better result. I don't know, it looks like we got at least one. No kidding. 4 whoppers. Nice. All these two are kind of fighting, but we got 4 crabs. Looks like we got all males. So we are up to 6 crabs so far. Got one more trap to check. All right, so this trap, I know where I put it. When I tossed it in a little under the bridge so that nobody would see it. And it wasn't enough. Somebody pulled the trap out, it was clear out in the open, no crabs in it. So that is something you guys gotta keep in mind, that people, they just suck. Like, if you don't hide your trap, if you don't try to stuff it underneath the bridge and make that line as invisible as you can, people will take your crabs. It is not legal to touch any gear, crab gear, anything. I knew this was a really good spot and I was the most excited about checking my trap here. And somebody took all the crabs. So, you know, there's so many rule breakers out here. And just like that, we're back at the house. That was a really good time for a 1-day soak in a spot that I've never put any crab traps out before. I think we had a really good result. Got 6 good-sized crabs. I want to show you guys 2 different ways to cook these. The most common way, which is either steaming or boiling, we're gonna boil them today. I like that a little better. And the second way, you can make them on the grill. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that too. Super easy, both of them requires minimal effort. Now for those of you guys that have had blue crab before, I mean, you know how drop dead amazing it is. But those of you who haven't had it, you should really try this. If you live in Florida, if you live in any of the states that have a good abundance of blue crab, anybody can get traps and get the license and get out there and have fun. But without further ado, let's do the first way, which is boiling them. We're gonna boil 4 of our crabs. We're gonna do 2 on the grill. So let's start right now. Step 1, super simple. Grab a pot, fill it with water. Now, you do not want to overfill this water because remember, you're putting a bunch of crabs in there. That takes up area. So if you put too much water and the water starts boiling and you start throwing a bunch of crabs in there, that water is going to go flying and you don't want to know where it's going to end up. All right, now check this out. All we're going to do now is we need one thing. One thing, that's it. It's called Old Bay. I don't know why I had to read that. This stuff is synonymous with crabbing, synonymous with crab culture. This stuff is basically all you need. It's like an all-in-one seasoning. Does a pretty good job with the crabs. So let's get that water boiling. Then let's throw a bit of this in there. Once we get it up to speed, throw our crabs in there. Let's grab our Old Bay. Take some of that. You can be quite liberal here. It's you're just seasoning everything up, right? So it's tough to add too much. But obviously this stuff isn't free, so don't go through your whole thing. Usually what I'll do is I'll put them in like a little ice bath. This is very, very cold water, which just kind of slows them down and just basically makes them just go away. Right into the pot, just like that. Just like that. So once you have your crabs in the water, give it about 12 minutes. Once you've given it 12 minutes, throw them in an ice bath. The ice bath will kind of seal the meat. It'll absorb all the seasoning that you put into the water, and it'll be a lot easier to peel. So first of all, we're just gonna top off his apron, just like that. And then this is called the gills. Just like on any crab, you don't wanna eat those. Break the mouth off just like that. Some people like the guts. I'm not a big gut eater, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get rid of some of that. And since we're marinating these crabs, also anything you get rid of is good because then you're gonna get the seasoning into the meat, which is the main part of the crab. So once you've taken some of your marinade, put it in the bag with the crab, close it, make sure it gets all over inside the meat on both sides. Just like that. And then we're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes and then we're gonna throw it on the grill. Now the camera kind of died there a little bit, but I took the crabs, I cleaned out this cooler, of course. And I put some ice in there, put some water in there. I threw them all in that, let them be in that little ice bath. Gets them to absorb the seasoning, gets them a lot easier to peel, frankly. And so what I have here is I have our butter. I've got a spoon. I'll show you what to use that for. Empty bowl for all the shells. And then we've got our boiling water still here in case we gotta clean them up a little bit. Let me show you how to do this. They call big blue crabs a jimmy. So this is a nice jimmy right there. Take that shell off. Once you've taken that shell off, just make sure you get all the guts out, the gills. Believe it or not, some people like eating the guts. Take the mouth off too. I'm not a big gut eater, So other people can have fun with that, but I'm good. Last thing we're gonna do, split it in half, just like that. Take the rostrum off. You got 2 pieces of the crab. Go ahead and dip these in your water. Get rid of all those guts, right? With crab, I always do the same thing, which is you'll wrap them a little bit, take a spoon, and just use gravity. Just use gravity, right? So if you've done it right, break apart just like that. Just like that. Granted, he was regrowing this claw, so it wasn't that much meat. All right, so let's take the legs. All we're gonna do here is you wanna split off each leg, just like that. There is a bit of cartilage. Pull that cartilage carefully with your fingers, and it gives you a sizable piece of meat there. Which, that meat is the best part of the crab. In my opinion, the cluster is better than the claws. That is like my favorite part of the crab, by far. Those traps I've had for years. Those traps you can, even if you buy them new, it's like 40 bucks a piece. This is like a really cheap, but really fun thing. Basically anybody can do. And what a fun thing. I mean, you can sit here and pick crabs, you can have a big crab boil, bring people over, and just have a good time. So I highly recommend trying this, and remember, make sure you hide your traps. People out there, they're gonna steal your stuff. Happens to me all the time. So just keep that in mind. That's all I got for you. So thank you guys again for watching. Let me know which crab you like the best in the comments, and we'll see you guys in probably a couple days, because I got fun things always going on. So we'll see you guys then.